Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted us while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Aka amahara ni kamuzumarimasu kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto tsukushi no himuka no tachihana no odo no ahagi hara ni Misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru. Harai dono o kamitachi. Moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegareo. Harai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshio. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomoni. Ame no fuji koma no mimi furi tatete. Kikoshi mese to kashi komi mo maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Kam nagara tamachi hai mase. Kam nagara tamachi hai mase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated for group Johrei. Obrigado, Meishu-sama. Meishu-sama's teaching this evening is entitled True Religion. It's found on the Daily Inspirations, page 24. If a religion is lacking in common sense, it cannot be one that will save our humanity. Teachings that give life to other teachings represent a true religion containing the great power of God, our Creator. Helped by God's power, let us break through the hard crust of false beliefs rooted in material things. To have true faith, one must be careful to use common sense in speech or actions. If a group expresses or exhibits extreme psychic, eccentric, or fanatical behavior, be on guard. When someone is inclined to be impressed by such zealous displays, it is due to a lack of spiritual understanding. Genuine faith in God should reinforce the belief that the mission of spiritual movement is humanity's salvation, rather than adherence to its dogma. Should guide one in service, not only to fellow group members, but to others as well. The ultimate purpose of faith is to help each human being daily become closer to the perfect image and likeness of God. While perfection on earth is perhaps beyond human reach, the desire to make a sincere effort toward its attainment certainly represents the right attitude and is a worthy spiritual aspiration. The deeper the faith, the more natural and unaffected a person is. At this point, an individual can be said to be truly living the teachings. One with true spiritual understanding speaks and acts sensibly, humbly, and sincerely, leaving an uplifting, warm impression with all they meet. The person is gracious and kind, finding true happiness in the happiness of others. This alone can unlock the door to God's blessings. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. This evening, I want to share with you the faith experience of Pascoal Domingos Faria. He's from the Capalanga Johrei Center in Angola. Pascoal is a Johrei member and he gives service as a missionary. He was introduced to our church in 2004 through another missionary. The main reason that led him to know our church was his extreme poor financial situation. The faith experience that he would like to share with us is related to donations for the construction fund. On one occasion, his minister asked Pascoal to lead the prayer service at the Johrei group in the neighborhood of Capalanga. As at the time he didn't have money to take a transportation, he went to the ATM to see if his salary had already been deposited into his account. There was indeed money in his account. He then got inspired to making a special donation for the construction of the local Johrei center near him. Since the construction work had been interrupted for some time, he had the mission of awakening members and visitors to continue participating in the construction of their center. When the center had received Pascoal's visit, she told him about the difficulties she was going through regarding the construction of the Johrei Center. The center head suggested to Pascoal not to mention about their needs during the service, but rather to gather the missionaries and active members after the service to explain the construction status. Thus, after the prayer service, they gather all the missionaries, and after listening to them, they decide to buy cement with the amount prepared for that purpose. On the same day, they made blocks with that cement. And that's how the construction was restarted non-stop until the completion and is now a full Johrei center. After this dedication, the following changes happened in Pascoal's life. He received permission to be appointed as a coordinator in his job. Thus, his salary was accordingly increased, and he was able to start construction of his own home. Pascual, at one period in his life, had to drop out of his graduate studies. He then applied unsuccessfully at both the Agostinho Neto University in Angola and at the Uni Aberta in Lisbon. However, by the grace of God and Meishu-sama, after 2 years, he received the blessing of being admitted at the Uni Piaget University. As a result of the special donation he made, he was blessed to finish his law studies. And now he's already practicing law and defended a successful legal case. In another blessing, he could buy a car. And to express his gratitude, Pascual made a special donation at the headquarters of Africa. He no longer experiences conflict around him and is happy with his family. Pascual is very grateful to the Supreme God, Messiah Meishu-sama, and his ancestors for being introduced to this wonderful path of salvation. Thank you very much for attending this evening service. Wish you a wonderful evening, a wonderful week. With this concludes our evening service. Thank you very much.